Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litsa and today I want to share my new amigurumi book with you. I've only just flipped through it very slightly and lightly, and as I was doing that I thought maybe some of you would like to see what this book is all about because you might want to add it to your library as well. Now if you do, that would be wonderful because I have to tell you up front that I think it is a beautiful book. Now a lot of you may know All From Jade, especially if you're on Instagram. She has so many beautiful patterns and I'm sure some of you have actually made some. Now Jade is a beautiful crochet designer and she's put a few of her patterns in this book to share with us. Now, I must say that this book has a lot more than just patterns. And the wonderful thing about this is that it says that there are 20 easy patterns to create, but in total 100 adorable custom crochet critters. So when I first opened this book, I didn't quite know what to expect. But then as we go through it, you'll see that it's been very well put together and that you can actually create 100 plus, as it tells you, Amigurumi Friends. And how adorable do they all look, guys? So let me just scoot the book over across a little bit and I will try to keep it in, in focus the whole time and in the, what's that thing called? I don't know. Anyway, let's go on. This has just been silly. Okay, so Amigurumi Friends, as we said, by Jade from All From Jade. And when you first open it up, you can already see that it's going to be a beautiful book. As much as I dislike creasing my books, I will for this, show and tell for you today. And then once again, it shows such a beautiful little character down there right away, a little critter, a little friend for us that we know that we can explore infinite possibilities. It says here with shapes, colors, details, and yarns. And this is a possibility for us to create, which is awesome. Now, I do believe that Jade likes to use predominantly either worsted weight yarn or plushy yarns. I myself would love to create these in plushy yarns, but let's see, time will tell. It's just very hard choosing the first project. So here we go. There's a little bit of a blurb here, a little, forward for somebody. How adorable are they already? Look at this little one holding the crochet hook, this little giraffe. Now, this book is very new. It was published in 2024, so it's only quite recent that it's been out, and this one came to me from England. Now, as we always know, we love to have a contents page, and this book doesn't let us down. Here's a little friend peeking through. So it's got sections on number 1, getting started. Then we've got the basic patterns, and when we go through it, you'll see why you can create more than just what's in the book. Then we have the category at the zoo, Woodland Friends, on the farm, out of this world, and be creative. That's when she gives you a little bit of creative license to put all this knowledge together and create your own little creatures or friends. Now there's an introduction here, which is wonderful. And as you can see here, it's going to be very hard to pick and choose which little friend we're going to make first. Oh my goodness, they're all just so adorable, right? Now here we have a little unicorn holding another crochet hook. So from that you can gauge the size of this little one. And this is definitely made using acrylic yarn, possibly a cotton, but looks more acrylic to me. Then there's a little blurb about how to get started, what we need, possibly as in tools and things like that. So let's go through this together. Oh, I just love this. So there is a whole page here that talks about the different yarns, the crochet hooks, and obviously depending on the size of the yarn that you use will determine the size of the hook. Now I know that's very basic knowledge, but some of us need to be reminded of that, and it's always nice to have a reference, isn't it? Then it talks to you about safety eyes, stitch markers and the importance of them. You know I'm a huge stitch marker fan. Stuffing, embroidery floss and its use in this book, and the sewing pins that you need, and of course a darning needle. It also shows you here the different types of yarn and the hooks that you would match them with, which I think is a very good guide. Now, as we flip over, we see crochet techniques and stitches. How wonderful is this to have as a guide or a reminder, or just something to refer to when we sometimes think, oh my goodness, I know how to do that, but I've forgotten. And it includes things like the magic ring, the slip knot. So it can be a wonderful and valuable resource for the very beginner, intermediate, or even a crocheter that is quite seasoned but would like to have such a beautiful book in their collection. Absolutely love this. And then it continues with different stitches. It is written in US terminology. I'm quite confident to say that. And then it shows you techniques how to change colors. I think this is very, very important, especially for someone like me who is still, you know, quite a novice when it comes to amigurumi, although I have been getting a lot of practice in lately. But I absolutely love that it has this for us. So there is the regular color change, patch color change, and I'm guessing in the patterns it'll refer to which one you need to use. And then it's got, which intrigues me, this one says invisible color change. This will be an awesome one because look at this little zebra here. You can't see anywhere where the colors have changed. Absolutely stunning. This is Zachary, and Zachary the zebra, gorgeous. Then Jade talks to us about stuffing. Now, I have struggled with how much stuffing to put in my amigurumi for a very long time, and I hear different people make different suggestions. But here it talks about the perfect amount, too much or not enough, according to Jade. And I think she is someone that we could probably trust because she is very good at her craft. And then I love this section here, sewing our pieces together. Another area that I'm struggling with, and probably I've realized that it's probably my biggest challenge at the moment, but I am hoping to get better. Now, as we go to the next part, so we're up to page 24 already, it talks to us about amigurumi tips and tricks. So again, it talks to us about the yarn over versus yarn under method. Now, I hear a lot of people talking about that. I myself do the traditional, I guess that's yarn over. I wonder how many of you actually use the yarn under technique. It shows us where our wrong side versus the right side of the work is and how to close an opening. Again, even though sometimes, you know, we think we may know exactly how to do it, it doesn't hurt to get another little tip, does it? And then over here, we've got how to work around a foundation chain, fastening off the invisible way, crocheting both sides together, and then folding the ears. So the technique section, I think, is quite detailed. Look at this little guy here, a little donkey he looks like, peeking in. And then we continue with adding a strand of yarn to a piece. So basically how to attach hair and things like that, I would imagine, and surface slip stitches. And then he goes on to talk about eye options, which I think is wonderful, especially now that we're more aware that it's not like just the safety eyes that are available to us. I personally did not know that until recently, that option would be to embroider the eyes or glue something on, things that, you know, you learn along the way. But what a wonderful reference this will be. It talks about safety eyes. It also talks about felt eyes. And I love that it shows you the pros and the cons for each one. Look at those ones. They're like those kawaii ones. Is that what they are, guys? And then it talks to us about embroidering eyes and shows us different ways to do them. And also it shows us open eyes and sleepy or closed eyes. Isn't that wonderful? And then he talks to us about indenting the eyes. Now, this is a technique that I tried with Pearl the Platypus, and I didn't do very, very well, so I definitely need to practice that. But how wonderful that we have this reference here. And then over here talks about eye highlighting. How wonderful is that? And eyelashes. I love this. And of course, eyebrows. So she's thought of everything, every part of the face, because a lot of people talk about how amigurumi, it's the face, the expression on the face that makes it come to life. And that's what we need. Again, an area that I really need to practice on. And then it talks about the different cheek variations. So you can either put on some felt cheeks, blush or dry pastel cheeks, or embroidered cheeks. So there are all the options. And I do believe you can also crochet cheeks on as well. Maybe that's coming up. And then he talks to us about playing with your different types of yarn. Now, this one is awesome. I absolutely love this one here. I personally would love to make all of my toys with plush yarn, but sometimes we do need to make them a little bit smaller. So, of course, it shows you the different variations. Most of them would be, you know, your typical acrylic or cotton yarns. And it also touches on novelty yarns like this eyelash yarn. I imagine that will be tricky, but not impossible when you learn how to do it the right way. Then it talks to us about before you start. It says, before you jump into the projects in this book, take a moment to read these notes and tips. So it talks about the abbreviations, how to read the patterns, and the skill levels, 1, 2 or 3, easy, intermediate or advanced. I absolutely love this. And throughout the book, you find QR codes and they lead you to short videos. How wonderful is that? Now look at this, guys. Talks to us now about the basic patterns. And this is where you start to understand the different heads, bodies, and etc. that you can put together and make your own little friend. So here we go, the basic patterns. Let's see what they are. So it talks to us about the different heads. So there's the head there. So obviously you make a head and then you attach the different muzzles and faces and things like that. And he has, now I really should be doing this, guys, because I do not want to get copyrighted. So I will not be sharing any patterns with you as much as I'd love to. But how adorable are all of these little friends. I just love them all. Look at him. And then he talks to us about the body. So we have the body, number 1 is the standing pose, and he tells us how to make it. And then body number 2 is a slightly different standing pose. You can tell from the legs. Again, how to make it. And then last but not least, it shows us a sitting pose, number 1, and a sitting pose, number 2. And then we go on to the sleeping pose. That one is adorable. That would be awesome for like a little baby shower gift, wouldn't it? And then it talks to us about, or shows us how to make our little friends at the zoo. Look at them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now from those 5, you can make multiple ones. So the line can have 4 different body shapes, for example, the same with the rest of them. So already we've got 20 that I can think of just using those heads with each one having a different type of body. That is super cool, right? And then it shows us how to make the little panda. And the skill level here is 2. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see it's got a bit of felt on its face as well, but you don't need to put the felt. It's totally up to you. And then it talks to us about, you know, what if, depending on the yarn that we use, what, you know, amounts we would need. And here we have different ways of, you know, doing the facial features and things like that, which I think is awesome, how to put it all together. And then, oh, this one is very close to my heart, a little koala. How adorable is he? Now this one, and it has a little blurb on them as well, which I absolutely love. So this one again is skill level 2. And look at this Leopold the lion, a little sleepy lion. How gorgeous is that? Is that still in focus, guys? And here, of course, how to attach the hair, which would be a huge one. And then we have Romain the rhino, and he is only skill level 1. So he would be quite easy by the looks of it. He reminds me of the donut that we made. And then we go on to the next page, and again, telling us how to put the bodies together, and sorry about my hand being in the way, body and bits and pieces. And then we have the little giraffe, again skill level 1. So as you can see, as far as Jade is concerned, or how she feels, most of them are a nice and easy pattern to create. And then once again, how to put it all together. So this is your little giraffe coming together. Absolutely gorgeous. And here is it Guilam? Oh, probably ruined that name, the gorilla, skill level 3. Now skill level 3, I would say, because he is quite fuzzy, so I'm imagining, and I haven't read it, maybe we have to brush the yarn out to make it look like that, or it might be a particular yarn that we have to use. So let's, oh, here it says his fuzzy look is made by brushing the acrylic yarn with a metal brush. Isn't that the cutest gorilla you've ever seen? Certainly is. And then how to put his little face together. And then we find our little Zachary the zebra. He's a skill level 3. I imagine it's because of all the color changing, and he does have some of that loopy hair as well. Very, very cute. And once again, how to put it all together. I love that it shows us in photos how to actually attach the hair. Absolutely gorgeous. And now we come to Woodland Friends. I can never say that. So again, 1, 2, 3. Already I can think of 12 versions of them. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. I love that. The little accessories. Now look at this one. This is William the Wolf. And here's a skill level 2. He is adorable, right guys? And then we have Flora the Fox. Oh my goodness, she is so cute. And once again, how to put all the pieces together. And then we have Marty the Moose. Now, he's a skill level 3. I don't know why he would be a skill level 3, but you know what? It is what it is. We can give everything a go and work that out for ourselves. Oops. And once again, you know, how to put everything together. And here we have Ben the Bear. He's only a skill level 1, which is pretty awesome. He is adorable, right? His little tail in the back there. And then we have On the Farm. Who doesn't love the farm yarn animals? We all do, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 to start off with. And then, of course, create them your way, depending on the body, heads, and whatever else you choose. So here we have Clara the cow, and she's having a little sleep in. Absolutely gorgeous. She's only a skill level 1. Again, I'm seeing a lot of skill level 1s. And once again, how to put it all together. And then we have Hugo the horse. Now, Hugo has a 2 skill level rating. He is so cute. I love that he's the caramel colour. One of my favourites. And again, how to put him all together, including his mane. And over here, we have Greta the goat. I just love her little flower in her hair. Skill level 1. Perfect. And then we have Damien the donkey. Isn't he adorable? And he's a skill level 2. Once again, how to put it all together. And then we have Bianca the bunny. I just love her little frilly scarf. And she's only a skill level 1. Is that better? And then we have Out of This World. So there's a unicorn, a dinosaur, and a dragon. Absolutely love that. So imagine how many little people would love to have one of these. And here is Dahlia the dinosaur. You know I love that she's purple. And she's only a skill level 1. That is so awesome. Once again, oops, how to put her all together. I really need 2 pieces of paper. I actually do have 2 pieces of paper. And then we have Tristan the Triceratops and a skill level 3. I'm guessing because you need to attach that on. But other than that, I think he would be okay. Once again, how to put it all together. And then we have Darius the dragon, and he's a skill level 3. I'm guessing because there are quite a few pieces to attach. And here we have some, oh wow, you even crochet some little knobbly things on. Maybe that's why the skill level is a bit higher. Wow, there are quite a few pages for putting this one together. And then we have Uma the unicorn, and she's only a skill level 1. How cool is that, guys? And once again, it shows us how to make her hair, how to attach it. Absolutely love that. So step by step, they don't really miss out on anything. Jade hasn't missed out on anything. And now it talks to us about being creative. And it says, for the projects in this book, I have provided complete instructions so you can make the same adorable animals, perhaps with variations. After you have a few of those under your belt, you're ready to try your hand at designing your own crochet critters from scratch. In this chapter, I'll walk you through my design process, show you how to create basic shapes to use as the foundation for original designs, stitch fun, accessories, and more. I love this section. So here we go. Jade actually talks us through the design process. How adorable is that? And then the basic shapes. I love this so much that we get to find out. She tells us how to make a ball, an oval, a short ball, and the starting shapes, which is a flat pattern, a round pattern, and a cone pattern. And then we get to make the accessories: Headbands and flowers. Absolutely love that. Collars. So the nice frilly collar. Tutus. So the collar and the tutu would be very similar, but it shows you how to attach them. And then over here we have overalls, which I absolutely adore. And then it says Beyond Plushies. You can turn them into curtain huggers, baby rattles. Oh my goodness. And then there's a little acknowledgement from the author being Jade herself. And at the end, we always love an index, don't we, guys? And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed looking through this gorgeous book with me. I've absolutely enjoyed bringing it to you because now we can all work through it together. I wonder how many of you have actually got this book in your library. I'm so happy that I do now. And now, as I said at the very beginning, my biggest dilemma is which one I'm going to choose first. We will wait and see. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, because now I feel like I was hanging out with my friends and looking through a new book. Wow, I just love that we can do this together. So until I see you, well, now you just heard me, but until I see you all very, very soon, take care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.